Why do you think she was so attracted to the civil rights movement?
She was raised, and we growing up would go back to India like every other year, and so I know the family that raised her because they helped raise us, and it was always about fighting for independence. It was about fighting for justice. It was about fighting to make sure that all people had a say in their future, in their government, an equal say. And that was in her blood. And of course, that's what the civil rights movement was about, and the free speech movement. And there are some funny stories. I was just sharing with someone backstage. So I witnessed this, as I write about in the book, from my stroller's eye view. And there's a funny family story about how, so my mother's marching with the extended family. I talk about like Aunt Mary and Uncle Freddie in the book. And she would tell the story about how, so they're marching. And this is back when strollers didn't really have armrests and seatbelts. So they're marching away and, shouting and all of that. And then I think it was my Uncle Freddie, looked down and looked in the stroller, which was empty, and said, "Where's Kamala?" And apparently they left me like a block behind. I'd fallen out the stroller. There you go. And then my mother would tell a funny story about how, like, one day and I was fussing, and so I'm fussing and fussing. It's much cuter when she would tell the story, but she'd say, so then she would look down at me and, "Kamala, what do you want? What do you want?" And I looked back up at her and I said, "Freedom!"
I'm so glad you told that story on your own, because I was going to ask you, because I wanted to hear you say freedom.